Hello everybody, my name's Seth and today we're going to be checking out the LTD EC-1000 BB. The LTD EC-1000 BB is a new model for 2021. When they announced these back in December, I knew I had to try to get my hands on one. Stainless steel frets and an Evertune bridge on a guitar that's under $1,500 is an absolute steal no matter what way you slice it, and I'm a massive fan of single cuts, so this was definitely a guitar I've been wanting to add to my collection ever since their announcement. Aside from the frets and the Evertune bridge, this guitar comes loaded with Grover tuners as well as an EMG 81 and 60 set. As far as wood choices go, it's pretty much just a standard EC-1000. There's a mahogany neck, mahogany body, maple top, and an ebony fingerboard. Overall, with this aesthetic and these pickups, this guitar just kind of brings me back to like the early 2000s metal and metalcore scene. Bands like As I Lay Dying, Killswitch Engage, and Bullet for My Valentine are what comes to mind for me whenever I take a look at this guitar, and those influences are largely what inspired the demo track you guys heard at the beginning. These days I haven't really been writing much metalcore style music, but as soon as I got this guitar in my hand, it kind of inspired me to go back and try to write the music that I was writing most of the time back in like high school. Thanks to the satin finish and the thin U shape, this neck is absolutely fantastic to play. All the contouring and the cutaways that are included on Eclipse style guitars make this probably one of the most ergonomic takes on the single cut that you can get these days, and it makes it a blast to play for long periods of time. The Evertune bridge does exactly what it's supposed to do and made recording the demo track at the beginning incredibly easy because I didn't have to stop between every single take and check my tuning. So prior to owning this guitar, I actually had no first-hand experience with an Evertune bridge, and one of the more common complaints that I've seen about these bridges across the internet is that because so much wood is removed from the body, it tends to kill sustain and resonance. At least as far as this guitar is concerned, that doesn't seem to be an issue at all. When playing, this guitar seems just as resonant as any of my other guitars, and sustain-wise, I can't really detect any difference between this versus my non-Evertune guitars. I've had a lot of fun with this guitar in the short time that I've had it. It's by no means a perfect guitar. The binding where the neck meets the body is not necessarily the cleanest I've ever seen, and the guitar also has a handful of small, white or silver spots along the sides of the body, but those spots are way too small for my camera to even pick up. After a couple days of owning the guitar, I also noticed that there was some buzzing on the high E-string saddle of the Evertune bridge. I actually bought the guitar through Evertune, so I decided to reach out to them to try to figure out what the reason behind the buzzing was. They got back to me super quick and let me know that this is something that can happen when there's just too much space between the individual saddles on the bridge, and they actually sent me a piece that I can install into the bridge myself that'll make it so this buzzing issue goes away. For me though, none of these issues are things that would stop me from ever wanting to get another LTD in the future or another guitar that's equipped with the Evertune. The only thing about this guitar that's a hard sell for me is the EMG 81 and 60 pickup set. Even though a ton of my guitar influences have relied on the EMG 81 and 85 or 8160 to get their core sound for decades, I've really never managed to bond with them no matter how many times I've tried them in different guitars over the years. When used in the right context with the right player though, these pickups contribute significantly to that signature, angry, tight rock and metal sound that's been heard on countless records for the last several decades. And with that, let's hear some more tones from this guitar outside of the mix. Okay, final thoughts on the LTD EC-1000 BB. I think if you're a metal player, you like single cuts, and you want to get a lot of bang for buck, this guitar is a no-brainer. For the price, you get a great playing, well-built instrument with premium features like stainless steel frets and the Evertune bridge. I could be slightly biased in my assessment of this guitar just because, like I said, the overall vibe here just brings me back to a time when I was just jamming and writing metal tunes with my friends, and I find that feeling incredibly inspiring. Going forward, I might decide to swap out these pickups for the EMG 57 and 66 set, since I've actually never tried those before, so it'd be interesting to see how they compare to the 81 and 60s that are in here. And I'm definitely going to swap out the non-locking Grover tuners for some type of locking tuner just to make string changing way easier for myself. Maybe I'll make a video after I do these updates just to kind of show where the guitar is at after I change some things around. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, maybe consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Both of those things really help out a lot. If you're interested, I also have some links to other ways that you can help support the channel, as well as links to my social media accounts, just in case you're interested in following me across platforms. That also helps things a lot. Thank you so much again for watching. Stay safe out there, and I hope to see you guys again in the next one.